Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for another Journaling on a Budget series. Today we are going to harvest our book pages out of some books, and I was watching Bohemian Crafting and she showed how to get your full both side pages out of a book. Now it does not work with all books, and please don't judge me. This book was going to be thrown in the garbage, so I've saved it from the garbage, but I am going to gut it and use it in my journals. So, but what she showed was if you look at your books, especially your hardcovers, they have signatures in them. Now, it's really kind of hard to see the signatures, but here you can kind of see how it's kind of rolling around like that. That shows that this is a signature. This is the start of a signature. This is the start of another signature over here. So, and I did find that in some books, the one page between the signatures may be actually glued to the back. But what you do is you try and find the center, and you need to find the stitching that is stitching this signature into the back of the book here. And so what she did was she took her book and she just opened it up like this really wide. And on this one, actually, I got lucky. I really opened it up to the middle of the signature. But even if you don't, if you're like over here a couple of pages, when you open it up really wide like this, you can see that these two pages are not connected together. See, they separate. This one and this one, they separate, so they're not hooked together. So then you just keep going until you find the one where this page, now this is one solid page all the way across the book. That's the center. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to, it's sewn down the center, so you're just going to go in and either with a pair of tiny scissors or with your X-Acto knife, very carefully, away from you, not towards you, just snip those threads. And it's okay if you snip the center of the page. It's going to have holes and stuff in it anyways. So, you're going to have to reinforce that center. But at least this way you can get the entire page out, both sides, all at one time. And it gives you a much larger piece of paper to work with, to make pockets out of and that type of thing. Now we'll see if we've cut them all, because it has 2 or 3 strings. So I know that I've cut each spot, but maybe I've missed a string. So I'm just going to lift carefully, and I did. I got them all. So now we have this whole piece of paper all together. And then you'll be able to just go through on that same signature and just keep removing each set of pages carefully. The older your books, the more you have to be careful. And just keep going until you get to the end of that signature, and then you'll need to find the start of the next signature. Now here I've got kind of a buildup of papers here, so I'm going to kind of try and get that off just a little bit. Go so that it'll kind of let this page come through a little easier possibly. And there we go. Now see, we got a big hole there. That's okay. I'm going to get that piece off of there. And this book has lots of pages in each signature, so we're going to, actually we're going to keep going. We need to do 3 more. And again, this spot is really being held down. Probably some glue seeped up the string in this one spot. Nope. And the further down we get, the harder of a time. Of course, I'm actually trying to go too fast. I'm folding it in half and pulling up where the strings are. That really helps. And yeah, these are really, now that we're getting to the back of this signature, the glue has definitely seeped up where those threads are. Oops, sorry about that. Turned my light off. I'm going to pull these out. This is a beautiful book. This is going to make some great journal pages and tags. And this is the last page of our signature. Now here at the last page of the signature, everything is glued together. This is glued to the last page of the signature before it. This one is glued to the first page of the signature before it. And so when you get to that last page, you can carefully work that glue, and you may go ahead and lose that page. You won't lose the whole page, but you might not be able to keep them together. But if you just kind of work it both sides where that glue is, you might be able to get that very last page out of there together. It may be quite rough in the center. I'm just going to push both pages together with my hands and then pull up, because this is more than likely going to completely come apart. There we go. So let's see how, oh, it's still pretty good. We've got this. And then what she does on Bohemian Crafting is she takes some masking tape, and she just puts masking tape down the center on each side, just to strengthen that center and make that page solid. And you can do it just on the ones that are quite bad, or you can also do it just to every one of them, just to strengthen that center. Because if you're going to put this in a journal and use it as a page, that's going to be opening and shutting a lot. And so you may want to just make sure that you've got that reinforced. So I'm just going to put this one on here and line it up at the bottom. And there we go. Now that page, which I thought we might come out in 2 pages, is now still together. So now this book was actually very easy. I tried a Reader's Digest, and with the Reader's Digest I wound up actually gutting the cover off of it, which when you have a Reader's Digest, it always has one piece of, piece of paper is connected from here to here. So if you just kind of separate your book a little bit and cut right down the spine like this, you'll be able to cut that piece of paper in half, and your pages will come right out. And then you've got your cover. I use these covers for a lot of different types of storage. But so I took the Reader's Digest and I folded it way out like she showed, and there are stitches, but these stitches are going this way. Okay, so then I tried to find the center of any page, any signature, and none of them are actually hooked together. Every time you go to see if they're hooked together, they're not. So with the Reader's Digest, they must have put them together, put glue on them, and then just stuck them onto this canvas. And that is how they hold their pages together. So with the Reader's Digest, they don't go all the way through. There's not a signature. It's actually individual pages. And then they've sewn them, I think, right straight down this way to sew the whole book together. That's that's what it looks like. But I could not find any kind of a signature in the Reader's Digest book at all. So with the Reader's Digest, you're going to wind up with just single pages, but they work great for pockets and everything too. And then I have this one here, and this one's got a great cover inside. But this one, when I separated it to find the signatures, I thought, I see all of this stitching here, and it's really breaking, and there's a lot of glue. So I thought it didn't have signatures, but when I came to the top, and I kind of pulled on the pages a little bit, I could see that, yes, there were places these pages are hooked together. So I found a center, or what I thought was a center, and then opened that up like this. And that's not quite the center yet. So I'm just going to look at my pages. And I think that one of this, okay, I think that these 2 pages, possibly not. It does take a lot of like looking. Okay, here, now you can see right here, that is where there is the signature. And so I'm going to open that up like this. And now you can see right here, this page is connected to this page. This is all one piece of paper that was printed and then sewn in the middle. But this one has lots of little stitching here. There's like 7 stitches here, little tiny stitches in each one. And then there's a lot of glue, because even that glue is pushing up between where those stitches are. So the one thing is, this is still a signature. This is still one piece of paper. And so I took those 2 pieces of paper once I found the signature, and then I just carefully pulled because I couldn't get all of those 7 stitches out. Let me put it flat and kind of pull from both sides at the same time. And basically just break where those stitches are, but where the stitches aren't. You can see the stitches were there. So it has ripped where the stitches are. That's completely ripped open there. But in between each one it's still connected. So again, this is one nice solid piece of paper, and you can just take the masking tape and put it on there and tape those together. So when you have, and I don't believe that soft cover books, the soft back books, have signatures in them. You might find some that do, but if you look at your hardcover books, especially your older hardcover books, this seems to be pretty easy to do. And then you've got much larger pieces of paper for fold-ins and tuck-outs, and even just for the actual page of your book, your starting base on your book. So just tape them together, and then you have a much larger piece of paper. So, and then the one other thing that the Bohemian crafter was saying was that, I can't find where the center of that signature is. She likes to find books that are the same size, so that when you take the pages out, you've got a lot of pages that are the same size. And so this book that I just did and this other book that we did just a little bit ago, they are the same size. So then, well, they're just about the same size. This one is just a touch longer, but that's pretty close. Then when you're working in a journal, your pages to start with are all fairly close together, and then you can just put those together to make signatures, and you can glue them together. You can glue, like, you can take and glue it, the two pages together, and then you wind up having one that opens this way and one that opens this way. So when you put it in, let's say you're going to put it in your journal there, when you open this one up, you open this up, and then you've also got this one that opens up, and you can have it open up, or you can fold it back. You can fold it back just part way, like this. So then you have a tuck spot, but these two pages are glued together, so that makes them nice and sturdy and holds all of this together. And then you just choose where you want to be the center of your, you know, where you're going to either sew it into your book or use the bands like I use. I like to use elastic. And then you can do it like this and just glue it here at the top and glue it here at the bottom, and then you've got a tuck spot here. So there's so many different things, so many folds and tucks, and I started one yesterday with a book that's opening up like this, and then I even put another page on here and on here, and I'm going to be making all different sorts of tucks and tabs and everything. It was called a lap book. I forget who I saw show their book, but they're called lap books, and they're just like folds and folds and flips and pockets, and they're really cool. So I'm going to do one of those too. But I just thought that I would stop by and show you how to gut a book and get the whole page if you've got a book that is sewn down the center instead of a book like the Reader's Digest that is just straight pages glued to the back spine. Of course, I use these all of the time anyways for tags and all sorts of things. So I really do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day.